What's up everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are building another gingerbread house, except this one I put in 3 little exhibits so you can put whatever you'd like in there. I've got snails in all of them because who wouldn't want to go to the North Pole and see some snails? So that's what I've got in these. And so this one is an interesting build. I wanted to do some fun shape, and I actually was basing it off of this this picture I found off the Google, and I chose it because I really wanted to do something with a fireplace, because I was like, oh, how cool would that be if I made a fireplace. Yeah, in the end there's no fireplace. I did not put a fireplace in here, but like the shape of this was really weird, and I wasn't sure how I was going to do the inside and if it was gonna look okay. So that's why I was like, I don't know. So I just decided to just keep going. You know, I was like, maybe in the end it'll turn out pretty cool. So I don't want to just stop. And I think it did turn out pretty cool. So I'm actually pretty happy with this one. And it is like just under 4,000 pieces. So I did have to remove a lot of stuff that the other gingerbread houses have, like the little gumdrop thingies on the top of the roof that I usually put to enhance the little gingerbreadiness. But yeah, I mean, if you really wanted those, you could always add them. They're just the little the shapes. If you go under shapes, it's the things that look like M&Ms but like cut in half, kind of. But yeah, so here I'm just adding like trim around. Of course I gotta put trim everywhere, and I did raise that other area just because the floor was looking weird because it is at an angle. So that's why I just changed it up and raised it, and I do end up changing or raising the other little side, which it doesn't really matter, I realized, because that's where I put one of the exhibits. I don't know. But I think it looks cool like that. And yeah, so I do jump cut a lot because if you see me place one thing, you don't want to see me place other things, I'm sure, because it gets repetitive. But here I tried to make this cute little pop out window thing. I'm trying to like make it even, and it's like not even. I tried to line it up with the bricks on the outside, but then on the inside it's definitely not even. So I just had to wiggle it some more, and I'm like, that's not centered. Like from the outside it doesn't look centered, but the inside is, I don't know, some weird stuff going on there, but it works. And you know, just throw some plants around, that fixes everything, right? But this was, I wanted to turn this little cubby. I was like, okay, maybe I can make this cubby into a little fireplace, but I didn't. I did not turn this little thing into a fireplace. I just put a tree there and presents and stuff. So now onto the roof, and the roof was a little difficult because I wanted to make sure that the inside looked fine, and like there weren't like roof cuts into the inside where it like shouldn't be, if that makes any sense. So that's also why there's a ton of pieces, because I think I cut it out of here. But like, so instead of using these big pieces like that, I'll use smaller pieces to make sure that, yeah, I definitely cut it out. To make sure that I can get a shape so that on the inside it looks fine and you don't see weird little roof trims coming in. And yeah, so now we're just tidying up the outside, finishing up, making sure we block all these holes and stuff. And yeah, so there's just a ton of little pieces that maybe didn't need to be there, but I just couldn't figure out how to cover them up another way. And I've said this before, I really want triangle plaster pieces, so then I don't have to try and use a ton of different little pieces here, because they have like the triangle pieces on like the grid, but they don't have any, unless I'm just blind and I just didn't see them and I'm just missing them. But I think that would help out, and I wouldn't need to use as many pieces if I had little triangle plaster pieces. So yeah, again, just like fixing the trim and adding it up to the roof and making it all look alrighty. And then we just go back and finish more of the outside, and yep, cover all that stuff up, all that fun wall stuff. And then my favorite part is doing the decorating. I mean, the building is fun. And I like to build it because then it's fun to see how it turns out. But the decorating part, I think that's the most fun and where everyone comes and watches. And yeah, so we're just gonna keep doing this. I do end up deleting like all those little spots in that little cubby because that's where I end up putting the exhibit hall. I keep saying hall. The little exhibit thing. It's not a building, it's just like an exhibit. But I feel like I want to say another word. But the little exhibit goes in that little corner there. And so I don't want those pieces in there, so I just end up deleting them because I didn't want any unnecessary pieces if they weren't going to be seen. You could see them if, you know, once the exhibit's open and then, you know, it's glass on all those sides and you could actually see it. But I was like, no, that's fine. We'll just remove all the pieces that you can't really see and it works. Yep, so here we are just fixing that up. And then, yeah, see here, I'm deleting them. And then I did have to extend the back of that little area because I didn't know what exactly I was going to be putting in that area just yet. So I do fix that later because I was like, eh. And that's when I was like, oh, I'll just put this in here. And it worked out pretty good. But yeah, none of them are on the same grid because I wanted to make sure they're super close so that I can, well, so that they could fit in there, because that was also a small space. Because again, I didn't really know what I was putting in these spaces. I just kind of built it. I was like, I'll figure it out later. So that's what I did. And I think this little spot turned out cute. It's not like, I don't know, I feel like there could have been more to it, but I just couldn't figure out what it was missing. And maybe it's not, but I just feel like it is missing something. But I just don't know what. So I did put that little reindeer, it's probably not a reindeer, but that little reindeer there because I thought it fit perfectly. And then I really wanted to use those leaf things, but they were kind of, I wish they were more flat. So then I was like, ooh, I'll try that from the new aquatic pack. But then I started putting the penguins there, and I was like, ugh, penguins don't look good with the grass. So like, we'll just throw these little ice blocks on there, and that'll work. So then we just add little lights everywhere, and make it all fun and festive and cute and great. I love these lights. I wish I had some. I don't know where I'd put them, but I wish I had some to put all over the places where they would look good. We don't really have a backyard, so I mean, we have a backyard, but we can't really put those anywhere because it's just a backyard with nothing to hang it on. But you always see them in like those little like backyard, those backyard little gazebos, which we do not have, but that's okay. Maybe one day I'll have a backyard gazebo and have those lights on them. One day. Here is where I am putting this little area, and of course more presents underneath all the little trees, which is also why my piece count is really high, because I gotta put presents everywhere, and then I put all these little lights everywhere. It's just, yeah. And like I want to try and use less pieces, but I'm like, no, the more pieces, the more detailed, the better it looks. So we'll see what I do next, because I really don't know if I will have a YouTube video out next week, because let's see, Christmas is this week, and I don't think I'll have time to record a new video. So yeah, we'll see. I am streaming, so maybe I'll just try and finish up my build on stream and throw that up here. 'Cause if not, I probably won't have a new video out until next year. But I'll still continue probably on these little gingerbread builds, because I am building a mini gingerbread zoo. I actually am gonna use these builds in a zoo. But I just wanted to build them for these little YouTube videos first, and then put them into the zoo wherever I thought they would fit. So right now on stream, I'm building a little gingerbread like train station, and I think it's looking pretty cool. so far. I mean, it doesn't have any of the fancy icing and stuff making it look like a gingerbread house, but like so far I think it's looking pretty cool. So if you want to watch me build that live on stream, it's twitch.tv/HaleyPG. Go check that out. Or you can probably click the little Twitch button I got on my little page there. But yeah, so we're building that on there, and I think it's actually turning out pretty cool. And I'm really happy about it. But yeah, so we're just continuing putting icing everywhere, and this was a pain. I really wanted it. It took so long to try and get that because like it wouldn't go the direction I wanted it to go, which was causing me to go insane. But in the end, it looks fine. I mean, it's not the best, but I think it ended up looking okay. So we'll go with it. And now, of course, we gotta add the door because I didn't know where I wanted it to go. So that's why I waited kind of towards the end so I could see what I placed on the inside and whatnot. But I think right there actually works because it's right under that little peak. And of course, you gotta put the little Christmas wreaths or festive wreaths everywhere. And again, trying to stick with the same theme as the other gingerbread houses. So we brought over the fence from there and then the pillars to kind of match the porch from the other one. And had to fix up a little bit of the little spirals. Those things are a pain, let me tell you. But it's fine because in the end it makes things look pretty cool. Or I guess, alright. Yeah, they remind me of Twizzlers. More than like, because it was supposed to be like a candy cane. But I get more Twizzler vibes off of them. I don't know. But yeah, so we're finishing up this little fence area. And I think it turned out alright. I don't know if the porch should have been bigger. It's not like a huge porch. It's just one of those like, you just walk up there and there's a little something. So like during Halloween, you pass out candy. You sit on your porch and you pass it out. I think that's what I'm going to tell myself. That's the kind of porch this is. But yeah, so now we add some more lights. So you have lights everywhere. And that was pretty big overhang over there. So I was like, oh, we'll just put 3 sets of lights. And I think that looked pretty cute. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should do like some colorful lights. You know, like what people do at Christmas time. See, I prefer the yellow. It's not yellow. I don't know what they're actually called. Not the bright white ones, but like kind of the yellowy ones. I don't know. I'm that type of person. Like the colorful ones are fun and colorful, but I prefer them to be like not. but they do look nice. So then I added those on the little fence there because I was like, might as well add them. Because why not? And then I was like, oh, well, now I want to do like the whole trim in these fun colors, but no. So now just placing plants everywhere, of course, and that's also why the count was so high. So these trees I think are perfect for like dead space on the walls of the building. If like it just looks bare, you just slap some of those trees around. But here are the cinematics. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more fun builds in Planet Zoo. And this is up in the Steam Workshop. If you would like to download it, it is available there. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!